guys, and today we are covering the newest patch in Hand of the Gods Smite Tactics, which would be Open Beta 0.36 Warrior's Way. Now we have a lot of new cards, a lot of changes to the cards themselves and to like pantheons in terms of some of the stuff that certain gods can and cannot do, or certain leaders I should say. But we're going to get into it. Obviously we have Erlang Shen, which is a new card, which we'll get into in a little bit. First one that was called Champion's Bluff. It's a Greek card. It is an epic 4-mana spell. And that is my phone. Both players spawn the highest costed unit in their hand. I'm going to put this on silent. Next one will be Erlang Shen, which is a Chinese card. It is a 4-mana, 4/4 rare, which is not bad. It's, you know, decent. Melee, obviously. Warcry replaces all Crescent Blades in your hand with 3 Bladed Spears. And what a Bladed Spear is it's a 1-mana and it deals 2 damage to a unit. So basically, a 3-bladed spear is a more powerful Crescent Blade, essentially. It's Crescent Blade that deals 1 extra damage, which is actually pretty good. This card might not be the best card if you're running like a Chinese beast deck, just because that generally focuses more towards the Crescent Blades, and I'm not sure if you'd be able to switch out a beast to get an Erlang in, and then by that time, I don't know. But it's still a good card, and it'll definitely help, you know, those 2 health units. And rather than have to use 2 Crescent Blades, you can just use 1. But of course, you do have to have Erlang Shen. And I'm not sure if 3-Bladed Spear is going to be a card, or if it already is. Like, I don't think it already is a card. I'm pretty sure it's not. And I don't know if this is going to be a card, because right now, obviously, you don't see it in here, or if this is just an Erlang specific thing. Like, the only way you can get a 3-bladed spear, a 3-bladed spear is by having Erlang Shen, which I think that's the route they're going to go, which I'm okay with that. So, next one we have Juggernaut. It is an epic neutral card, obviously. It's a 7-mana cost for 8, and whenever this unit kills a unit, it can move and attack again. So that is pretty crazy. It is an epic though, so that just means he gets around 7, place it down in the back line. Someone wants to move forward and attack. Next turn, you can attack him, kill him, go and attack another minion, kill him. So basically, if you are playing an Odin with this card, it's gonna be nice because you can just kill, just take out every 1/1 unit that he wants to have. So that'll be pretty cool to see how that works. Final new card we have is Neutralize. It's a Norse card. It is a rare 4-mana spell, and you set the attack and health of all units to 2. I don't think I'd be using that in anything, but I can definitely see where it comes in handy for certain decks. Now, reword cards and changes. Bakasura gets changed completely. He went from a 3-mana cost 3/3 is now an 8-mana cost 5/8. So his new Warcry, whenever he kills a friendly unit and gains attack equal to its cost, and he has an afterlife where he spawns a 3/3 avatar. So let's say you spawn Bakasura, cost 8 mana, 5/8, and you consume a, I don't know, 3-mana minion. You're now going to be Bakasura that has 8/8. So you have to pair it correctly. You don't want to throw Bakasura out and then eat a, you know, 1-cost minion, because then you're just going to get +1. You want to do it on, you know, a 4, a 5, an 8, 9 if you can, you know, just as much as you can to get his attack crazy high. And then of course Afterlife, he spawns a 3/3 avatar, which is good. Bolster for the Romans. Select a friendly unit and set all friendly units' health to match that target's. That's a pretty good change actually, because that could really swing a fight if you have a unit out there who has like 8 health, and you can go ahead and set everyone's unit to 8 health. That'll be pretty crazy, especially for like mid-range Bellona decks and stuff like that. Cataclysm for the Egyptian Pantheon. Stun an enemy in units 2/2 area. Now leaves lava in the tiles with no units. So rather than just stunning and not doing anything, it's going to stun and leave lava in the tiles that didn't have a unit there. So you're not just wasting that ability. And if anyone wants to move on that target, they're going to obviously get damage from the lava, or you can go ahead and move someone on that target, you know, because you are Bellona. Or no, you're not, because this is an Egyptian, so I take back the last sentence I said. Dying Wish, another Egyptian change. Mana cost increased from 1 to 2, and you now kill a friendly unit and spawn a random unit from your deck that costs up to 2 or more. Pretty cool change. Osiris getting changed for 1, 2, I think this is the 4th change to Osiris. 3 for sure, but man, it seems like every other patch he's changed. He goes from an 8 mana 4/4. He's now a 9 mana 7/5. So really weird numbers there. His new ability: at the end of your turn, spawn a random unit with Afterlife from your graveyard. I think they're going with an Afterlife theme for the Egyptian here. I mean, obviously that is a theme in a deck build, but they're really pushing towards it now because Osiris now spawns a unit with Afterlife from the graveyard, which kind of is Afterlife in itself, and then we'll see a change later down the road that also has to deal with that. And last rework, Spartan used to be have 2/6. His attack and health is now a 3/5, so he gets increased in attack but decreased in 1 health. His new passive: whenever a Spartan kills a unit, spawn a random unit that costs 2 and give it charge. So this will be really interesting for Odin decks. But this little thing right here isn't going to be so useful for Odin anymore, which we'll get to in a little bit. Some people are going to hate this. I love it because I hate playing against Odin, and the charge is ridiculous. New gauntlets. Weekly Gauntlet 1, spell lock. Decks cannot contain any spell cards. Pretty cool. 2 core packs, 100 favor, QC Soul Avatar for the 5 wins. Day 2, Mortality. Players can only use decks that include cards from neutral Pantheon. 5 wins gets you 2 core packs, 100 favor, and a QC Medusa. Weekend Gauntlet 1. The map contains 2 rock formations that block unit movement. That'll be really cool and interesting. That adds an entire new strategy to the game. Like, really, really new strategy, because a lot of cards in this game deal with adjacent tiles, adjacent units, Bologna if you want to move, through the pillar now, you're not going to be able to do that, so that's going to create a lot of obstacles for some units to get passed around. And it'll probably help out the long-range units a lot, too. The reward for that is 2 core packs, 100 favor, and the chest special. Prodigal Weekend Gauntlet 2. This one gives you 3 core packs, 150 favor, and cutesy Freya. Players can only create decks that contain rare, epic, and legendary cards. So this will be the very, very competitive one right here. And here are some of the rules you can go ahead and read. Now, the general fixtures, this is kind of what we were getting into before. New feature, drag and drop. You can now drag units from their hand and drop them on the board. Thank you. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to just click a unit and it won't click for some reason. It's so frustrating to try to get it on the board, so that's going to help a lot of that. Improved starter decks. The Greek, Egyptian, Norse, and Roman starter decks have been improved for new players. No rarities have been adjusted, but all players will now receive 2 copies of the following cards for free. You get Ares, Apollo. Wow, you get 2 Apollos for free? Man, I just went and bought another Apollo literally like yesterday because I only had 1. Whatever. You also get Bacchus, Bastet, Dune Guardian, Fenrir, Shackle, Teleport. Wow. So they added a lot. To get a Fenrir, 2 Fenrirs free, 2 Bacchuses for free, 2 Apollos for free. I mean, I guess the Roman and the Egyptian might be 2 of the harder beginner decks to play with, but I don't really see how Norse is. The changes they made to the Norse with, I don't know. I didn't think Norse is that big of a deal. To give them 2 free Fenrirs though, I don't know. But I have to. It's not like it's going to change anything for me. It just helps out new players. So what am I complaining about? Improved ability and spell targeter. Some other stuff right here. Balance. Charge for Norse. Units affected by charge can no longer target summoning stones the turn it is played. Yes, this is the change. Now, I don't know. This seems like it's going to completely kill Odin. Well, not kill Odin, but kill early aggro Odin. I don't get how people are going to early aggro if you can't charge and hit the summoning stone. That's really the whole point of early aggro, so I don't know. We'll see how that plays out, but a lot of new Odin decks are probably going to be coming. Empower Dead for Mayan. Mana cost is reduced from 3 to 2. Thank God, I don't know why that was a 3 cost. That's such a stupid 3 cost card. Isis, this is what I was talking about before with the Afterlife. Her War Cry now grants her Afterlife as well. So not only does it give another ally Afterlife, it'll give Isis Afterlife as well, which is awesome. Sanctuary for Greek reduces the mana cost from 3 to 1, so 2 mana down there. Balance, some stuff for extra stuff there. Zama Scout no longer generates a zombie from enemy units' deaths. Stealth units will now properly take damage from fire tiles. Soulbound will no longer kill attached units if one is recalled back to the hand. Fixed an issue with some cards, images in the deck were not okay. The deck trader or deck tracker now properly reflects units generated by Hades' ability. Excuse me. So we have some balances there. That is the patch, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, thank you for the support, and I'll see you again soon.